everyone, welcome back to my channel. Oh, I'm roasting. Anyway, we'll have an update on that. Sorry, I've got the window open. Someone's yapping dog is giving it yaldy. It's great, perfect timing. Today's video is going to be that dog. Rip its voice box out, seriously, shut up. Sorry to the pet lovers. Let's just give it a minute to get by, hopefully. Okay, this video is going to be mostly Bodyshop products. I don't have completely everything to do a full face, but I got a foundation in my box swap from Wacky World of Lottie. I also got this interesting item, which is called the Insta Mattifying Compact. And then I got a matte lipstick from her as well. I have got a sample of one of their primers. I got this glittery eyeliner from Charm Range in our box swap, and I also have a palette that I got a couple of years ago from my partner for my Christmas. So the only things that I don't have is I don't have a mascara, I don't have bronze, blush, eyebrows or highlight. So it's mostly a Body Shop. So the first thing I'm going to do is use this Insta Blur Primer sample that I got from the Body Shop when I went in and got a skin test. I'm not sure it's supposed to look like this. I don't really know if I want to put it on my skin, but anyway, we'll give it a go. So I'm only going to place it. It feels just as gross as it looks, but maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't have massive pores, so I'm just going to put it around here. It's actually like melting into my skin nicely though, so that's good. And then I'm going to add it to my nose area because that's the only bit that I actually get oily. Oh, screw it. Just put it all over. So I've been meaning to do this video for a while, but I was going to try and get other bits of Body Shop stuff to do like a full face of Body Shop, but this is going everywhere. I'm going to have to hoover. But I didn't because it was getting too pricey. So we've used this Insta Blur Primer. We'll let that settle in. It feels, I don't know if you can see my pores at all in this ring light. You know, I've got a little bit of pores around here, and obviously I've got a lot of blackheads on my nose, but in general I'm quite lucky. So this is a cushion foundation, and it says Fresh Nude Cushion Foundation. It's got SPF 25 in it, and she's got me in the colour Malawi Beach number 3, so I'm not sure if the colour is going to match me well, and unfortunately the little mirror bit broke off. So it's got the wee pad as normal, and then like all the other cushion foundations, it's got it there. I don't think it's got a seal on it, so I'm going to try it with the little sponge first of all. And I'm hoping that it's going to be a good colour match for me and not be too much. It smells really good actually. It's got a decent enough coverage anyway, because if you look at there, excuse me redness. Does anybody that have a ring light know how to make the settings better on it so that you can actually see the colours of the foundation and things that I put on? Because a lot of the times I feel that when I film a video, you can see the vibrancy of the eyeshadows and stuff, which is brilliant because that's the main sort of focus, I suppose. But sometimes when I put bronzer and everything on here, when I look at it, it's like, whoa. But when you see it, it's like you can't see much difference. You know what I mean? And I don't want to blind you all, you know what I mean, by turning settings up or down. Like, I don't know whether maybe that's better. Hey ho. Maybe I just need to get a decent, because it's all spinning around, a decent one rather than this newer one. So it seems to be applying okay. As I say, it's difficult to show you. This is the side here that I've got it on, and this is the side without, so you can see a slight difference. Just going to look in my own mirror. Oh, don't do that. I'm dropping everything today. I nearly scalded my foot this morning. See, now looking into my mirror, it's a nice enough colour, but it's really not it's not transporting that well onto this, which is really irritating. So it seems to be an okay colour for me. Got some of my hair, never mind. But yeah, it seems to be alright. It's not covering my redness, it's not clinging to any patches. It feels nice, and it seems to be blending okay with this little sponge. So we'll just carry on with that. I've never tried a foundation ever from Bodyshop. I really just get skincare from Bodyshop, and I've had lip products and hand cream and stuff. I've never owned any makeup brushes from there. I've never got any makeup from there ever. I don't know why, but I just never did. And then the first makeup that I ever got from there, as I say, was a couple of birthdays ago. I got some, and then excuse me. The only thing, but I don't know if you'd class it as makeup, is I've got a loose glitter roll-on, which is the absolute bomb. And me and my friend Dawn, like literally on every single night out, would be like plastering it on, and we'd put it on everybody else as well. And I just loved it. But I think it was like a Christmas limited edition. And then they had the glittery one, you know, in the wee pump, sort of a perfume atomizer type thing. That was fun, but by God, did that go everywhere. So they're the only kind of makeup-y things from Bodyshop that I ever had. It's just, I don't know why, I've just always associated the Bodyshop with Dewberry, remember? Good old Dewberry. And body butters and the likes. As I say, the last time I was in Bodyshop, I was going to get like a bronzer and like a blush and whatever else so that I could do a full face, but it's not the cheapest of brands anyway, Bodyshop. So this is my face fully done. Let's just see if it'll show you. I don't know, this rubber light. See, because that's too blinding. I feel like, is that helping? Let's see. So yes, I've got it fully on. I'm going to look in my mirror because that's the best way for me to see. It's clung a little bit into my eyebrows, but it seems to have gone well. Hold on a minute, I'm just going to try and grab. I've cleaned some of my brushes, so a lot of them I don't have clean. I'm just going to use this brush just a wee bit, just to bring me into the skin. It does seem to be an okay colour match for me, because that's the thing, you know, sometimes you're not sure on shades and that. But no, that seems to be okay. I would say it's a very light sheer coverage. I wouldn't say it's medium, and I definitely would not say it is full coverage. It's not sticking into my dry patches where I have my eczema on my eye. Well, it's got a wee bit there. It's not clinging to my pores or my dry patches, but it seems to have melted in quite well. Okay, so that was the first, okay, another bit's just broke off this. So that was the first thing, the cushion foundation. I don't have a primer for my eyes, but obviously I primed it with that. So I'm quickly just going to do my eyebrows with the Browsings, because I don't have a brow product from Bodyshop, and this is Browsings Light number 1, and we'll just give the eyebrows just a quick zip through. Looks like it's going to rain again. It's been like, it was bouncing down the rain last night. It's literally been like sunshine and showers, and it is definitely getting colder. But the doctor seems to think that it's possibly the pills I'm on for my anxiety, which I've been on for 5 years, that are suddenly causing these major flushing, because it's one of the symptoms. But you can't just come straight off these kind of medicines, so I have to reduce them to like every other day, and apparently it's like a slow releasing thing. So he was saying, like, say for example, I took one yesterday and I don't take one today, it still takes a while to come out of your system. So rather than going cold turkey as such, I've got to reduce the dosage to one every other day and then slowly phase it out. And then he's going to see how I get on and look at other tablets that I can take for my anxiety that don't have those side effects. The pill that I take for it is fluoxetine, in case you want to know. So yeah, if you take fluoxetine for whatever reason and you're suddenly getting flushed like a menopausal maniac, that's possibly why. But he is still going to retest my hormone levels, but he has to wait until the time of the month to do that, because it's quite... My mum had me when she was about 33, I'm 34 just now, and then she went through the menopause straight after she had me. And I believe our sisters, at least one of our sisters, went through the menopause in her 30s or quite early as well. So it is quite a big thing in my family. So that's another reason why they're looking into all that. But like literally, I got a new bed frame and it was squeaking like buggery and driving me nuts. So I looked it up online, out the WD-40, doing what I had to do, windows open, it's cold, I don't even have heating on and the sweat was pouring off me. It's so annoying. And then once I get back to normal body temperature, I'm freezing. Honestly. Anywho, we are now going to use this Down to Earth eyeshadow palette. And it looks like so. And it's been well loved because I've had it for a good couple of years. And if I show you at the back here, you can pop these colours out and add in individual ones, so it's quite good. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to create some kind of an eye look. As I say, I ain't no pro. So I am just going to go into this first shade. I don't know what the shades are called, unfortunately, but this is just like a fleshy toned colour. So we're just going to go into that. There is a hell of a lot of kickback from these shadows. It's going all over my leggings. And we're just going to take that all over the lid to start off with. I was really lucky. I enter a shit ton of giveaways and competitions and I never win anything, ever. Like, never. And it gets disheartening because sometimes you're just like, I'm going to stop because what's the point? But I must have entered one on some site for Bodyshop ages ago, thought nothing of it because I never win anything. And then a week or so ago, I came home and Dad was like, you've got a big box from Bodyshop, what have you been ordering now? And I was like, I haven't ordered anything. So I opened it up and it was one of the beauty advent calendars for this year. And I later saying, congratulations, you won the competition. I was like, this must be a joke. So, hey ho, I won. So it's sitting in my wardrobe there, literally tempting me for the next 3 months. So that'll be exciting. But I don't think I want to come on, I don't know, is it worth coming on to YouTube and filming the tiniest short video of me opening every box? Let me know what you think in the comments down below if I should do that. What I was thinking of doing is on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's make_up_lover1983. I was thinking of just going on over there and showing you what I get in every door. So anyway, so the next colour I am going to take is the only other matte one, which is this one down here. And I'm going to take that on the same brush. Oh, there's so much. Oh no. I might have to change my top because it's going to get ruined. And I'm just taking this on the same brush and just kind of working that in. But I've got a striped top on that I got from Cheyenne or Shane, whatever you call that site. And it's literally like, it's all dropping onto the top. Lost my train of thought. What was I saying there? What were we talking about? Who knows? Oh yeah, the advent calendars. Yeah, so that was really exciting. But like, you know, giveaways are like, they're super exciting anyway. And sometimes I'm just like, oh, you know, I'm never ever going to win one. So I never thought he'd know of it. And then as I say, when that arrived and it said that, because Dad's like, what are you buying? Because he's always like, you're always buying stuff. And I was like, I haven't bought anything from the Body Shop, so that's exciting. So they've got 3 advent calendars. They've got one at their major luxe one at £99, obviously. You know, it's not that one I've got. And then they've got another one, I think it's got a fox on it, and it's £65, I think it was, and it's not that one, it's the owl one that I got, but it's worth it. Well, it's £45 to buy, but I think it's worth like way more than that. So I am super excited to open it. And I watch Paula Holmes and I watch Eltoria. They both do advent calendar openings where you get major envy because they have like all the high-end ones and everything. And I would love to get loads of them. I would love the Charlotte Tilbury one. I would love the Elemis one and the Spa one, Rituals, you know, all these kinds of ones. Oh, sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. Means I'm going to have an argument. Must be with myself because I'm on my own for once. So yeah, I was really chuffed with that. Right, I'm just going to take what's left on this and kind of run it under my eye, making this lovely face. There's a shit ton of kickback from these shadows. That's the only thing I really don't like about them. It's probably ruining my top. So I don't know if you can see again for the shitty ring light. So it's just another sort of lighter brown colour. Now I'm going to change brushes. Oh, my nose. I'm going to go into this flat packed brush, and I think I'm going to take this shade up here. Oh, it's crumbling so much, and I'm going to pack it onto my lids. I might end up using my finger for this. So yeah. It just shows you that sometimes even if you enter giveaways, I mean, I tell a lie, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, a girl contacted me on Instagram saying that I had won some Halloween one, but it was to go to her actual salon. I didn't realise, and it was like, I stay in Isle of Skye, which is miles away from flipping everywhere, and it was to go and get my makeup done for Halloween, and I was just like, oh, you know, I was like, that is great that I won, I'm really chuffed. But I was like, you're going to have to give it to somebody else because I won't be able to get down to do it. So unfortunately, I never got to do that. That's a really nice colour actually, isn't it? So I was just like bummed about that. See that? Just a slight tone. This ring light's the bane of my existence. So... do any of you other YouTubers pre-record your videos? Or do you do them like as the, you know, as and when? I feel that I've got to pre-record them, because see if I don't, how the hell do you get anything done? I mean, this video, the day that I'm filming it, it'll not be going up on that day, you know what I mean? Very rarely. Possibly sometimes if I haven't been pre-recording, or if I feel about doing, I will then go and just upload the video as of and when. But I'm pretty much, I put out a video every Monday, Wednesday at 5 PM. Got that fall down. Without fail, unless there's like a genuine reason that I can't. But I'm, you know, I've been pretty consistent with doing that. That's the postman. But sometimes it's impossible to do. The only other thing to do is to pre-record them. I mean, I don't have a busy life. You know, I'm not like a social bunny that's out all the time or what have you, but I just feel that it's so much easier to pre-record them. Get them done and set. And then I also know where I'm at as well, you know. Wonder if I've got anything exciting on the post. I'm waiting on Feel Unique Pick and Mix. So, this is what I hate. I've got slightly hooded eyes, I've discovered. I tried to do a wing liner and I put it up on my Instagram and I asked people did they think I have 2D eyes? Because see, when I try to do liner, which I'm shit at, one, I can't get the line thin enough. But then when I do it, it takes up too much of the lid and you can't see it. So like when I look straight on at you, you can see the shadow, but only if I put it up further. But see, trying to get it to look nice on these outer edges, apart from not having, you know, like tape, it's just a nightmare. So I've been watching a lot of videos on hooded eyes and stuff, but I don't know. Help me. I need makeup lessons. Right, now I think I'm going to use my finger and just, is that a shimmery one? I don't know. I'm going to try a wee bit of this. Oh, that is quite dark actually. And just see if I can concentrate it just a wee bit over the lid and onto my eye. I don't even know what I'm doing. Just going for it, going for it. As Nick from Pixie Woo always says, makeup is about experimenting and having fun. There's no right and wrong, just go for it. Shall I go for it? And then I'm just going to blend that a little bit more. It's turning into like some smoky eye, even though I'm not going anywhere. And just do blending motions. Window wipery motions. It looks like I've got black eyes right now. Anyway, we're going to leave it at that. Now, I don't have a concealer by Bodyshop, so I'm going to use the Revolution Conceal and Define in C4. And we're going to pop this under my eyes, and I'm taking it quite far up as well because I might use it to kind of sort out them edges. And I'm going to use this wee Real Techniques brush because my sponges, I only washed them all last night and they're still a bit damp. I was checking on them there. And I'm just going to pat it in a little bit with my finger. But I'm taking it a bit far up because I think I put too much on. I kind of want to I need a sponge. Haha. Got me an EcoTools sponge. I don't like these EcoTools sponges. Anyone else like that? They're so rough. I mean, I will admit I don't actually tend to soak my sponge. You know, I always use my trusty number 7 sponge that I got in an advent calendar last year. And I don't tend to soak it. I just tend to use it the way it is. But this thing, look at it. The maniac. Right, so that's looking okay, I think. I'm really pissed off with this ring light, but at least you'll see the eye look, if nothing else. See, it moves and everything. See, that's too overexposed. I don't know. Okay, so the concealer is all thingied in. Again, I do not have a mascara. Is that mascara? Yeah. I don't have a mascara by Bodyshop and I don't have an eyeliner. So I'm actually going to take this Stila eyeliner and it's in this sort of light shade. It says it's topaz, but it ain't topaz. Oh, ain't sharpened. Okay, rethink that. There must be an eyeliner with some description in here, Julie. I don't want... Right, I'm going to take this Physicians Formula one. And I am just going to run it in. Oh, I'm going to have to do it with this mirror. So that I can see. I've kept it to a brown one and I'm kind of just taking it there, but also taking it out, you know, following the line up from my eye. As you can see, I'll show you in a minute. And I'm just drawing it really onto the... right into my eyelashes and taking it right on up there. It's just a really subtle pencil. and taking it up to there, and then I'm just slightly going to look down, because again, as I said, I've got the hooded eyes, and just do a slight little glint, and then carry on again with this. Now I've got a lot of dryness under my eyes, so as I'm looking in this mirror here, I can see that concealer really sticking into the dry patches, which is really annoying, but that's more to do with the eczema that I get around about my eyes. It seems to just be at the eyes that I've got eczema, you know, on the eyelids, which is proper annoying. But what can you do? So we're just giving that a slight wee wing. See there? Slight little wing there. Okay, and then it has a smudger at the other end, so you could smudge it out a wee bit. I think it needs a bit more intensifying on this side. Okay, dokey-dokes. Right, so we'll leave that at that then now. And then I'm going to take, where is that mascara that I took out? This is a Clinique mascara that I got in a set, and it's called the High Impact Mascara, and it's just a black one. So we're going to add some of this. We're going to do our bottom lashes first. 26 minutes. How do I manage to ramble so much? Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but it's really sticking to the dry patches under my eyes there. The mascara, and not the mascara, the concealer. But that's just because of the dry patches of eczema that I get. So I suppose it's like a brownie smoky eye that I've created with these shadows. You don't actually see a lot of people on YouTube using Bodyshop makeup actually. Or I haven't, but then I've not really, you know, browsed for it. I'm not sure what I think of this foundation. It looks okay on the cheeks and the forehead, but it's kind of clinging to some areas that I don't really like. So this is the eye look at the minute. We're going to let that mascara settle for a bit. So as I said, I don't have a bronzer either, so I'm going to use my Too Faced peach bronzer, which you can't get anymore, and I'm really sorry that you can't. It's such a shame. I have tweeted and everything to Too Faced saying, what's going on? You know, you've still got the pink leopard one. Why did you keep the pink? But maybe the pink one was more popular with people rather than the peach, but I don't know. I just think this is a really brilliant bronzer. It does what it needs to do for me anyway, she says. It's just lovely. It says it's a brightening and perfecting bronzer. So let's have a look in this mirror here. Yes, that's just the right amount. I also don't have a blush from there, but I don't have a blush out at the minute. Do I? Hold that thought, hold that thought. No, I don't. And I don't think I can reach to get one. Okay, we're not going to bother with that. I'm going to add a little bit of highlight, and I'm going to use my Taffy highlighter by Colourpop, which looks like this. Blingy bling bling. And I need a highlighter brush, so I'll take my Charlotte Tilbury one. We'll get a bit of that one there. Oh, look at that. Just one sweep. One sweep. And it's popping. Popping. Oh my goodness. It's really quite blingy. So we'll give that a bit of bling bling. A wee bit down the nose. Cupid's bow. Tiny wee bit under the chin. Okay, now hopefully those eyes have dried. So I'm going to use the only liner I've got. This is like a silver liner that I got from Charmed Wench, as I said, in our box swap. And I am going to try and add some of it to the look, to the best that I can, because as I said, I have slightly hooded eyes, so I don't even know if it's going to work for me. So I might just add a bit of it just to the outer edges of my eye there. So you can slightly see it, but it's not the best. Kids running out. It's nice to hear actually, you never really hear kids running about here ever. And we'll just add a tiny wee bit more. So as you can see, right, we'll let that dry. And then I'm going to try this interesting implement. So this is the Insta Matte Mattifying Compact, and it says it's universal. So it comes like this, it's got a wee sponge at the top. Oh. Then it's got a mirror here, and then it's got this formula. Now Lottie said she never even noticed when she sent me it, but look, it's not a powder, it's like a gel that you put over. Can you see that, the texture? It's almost like Vaseline-y. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm just taking it on my finger now and putting it round my nose more so, because that's the only place that I ever get oily. But I'm going to take this sponge. I think that's dry, let me see. A little bit of it's transferred to the top of my lid, but it actually looks quite nice. I'll take pictures and I'll add it to my Instagram. So as I say, go and follow me if you're not already at make_up_lover1983. I'll leave the details and thing, mate. So I'm taking it on the sponge, and I don't know, I guess you just pat it on, and it's to mattify the skin. It's a very, very bizarre, very, very bizarre type of, I mean, I don't know if it's actually taken product off, because obviously you can see some on the sponge there, and I am just literally patting it into, oh, you can see some dry shampoo at the top of my hair there. So I don't know, as I say, I'm going to just use my finger and add some of it underneath my eye like that, and more so around my nose, because those are the areas that it takes.